EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
They'll run on first down. Rolling. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score.
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Carter. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. After 7-0 on EA Sports. tackle set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Here's Newton. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Now they try the right side here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd and 8 coming up. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 13-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. They'll run with Carter. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Carter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Yeah, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Locke again. This will be caught. Judy. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Let's go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. A running play. It's Dowdle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Newton on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Rosas' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Working with a 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Rolling. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos push further out in front. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Carter. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he's brought down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, rolling, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Locks throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try the left side. Rolling. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Locke. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And they'll run here with Carter. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. This is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Carter. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded at about the 28. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 28. 124 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
We have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check 26, check 28. Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll run. It's Carter. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
How about that call? Hand it to the big guy in that situation. Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offensive coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Carter. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Throwing is Newton. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Newton. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Rosa's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second and 10. They look to throw. It's locked. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll run on first down. Rolling. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Quinn Miners, third-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty. Block now to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Here's Locke to throw. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The Broncos on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Carter with it. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a 1st down.
Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. The kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Denver, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.